BJP has in fact announced its Goa list. Of course, some usual names which were there, Pramod Sawant being there in the name. We have heard from the BJP earlier as well that they are most likely not going to look at a new CM phase. But what we are following up on the top of this bulletin is the important aspect of the fact that BJP has given a ticket to Babush Monserrate, who's the sitting MLA from Panjim. He's got the ticket again from Panjim once again and ignored Utpal Parrikar's claims to that particular seat. Remember, ex-Goa CM Manohar Parrikar's son Utpal Parrikar wanted to be a candidate from Panaji, but his claim has in fact been rejected and tainted. Babush Monserrate has in fact been made a candidate once again from Panaji. I am joined on the broadcast by Mr. Jitendra Awhad, Maharashtra Cabinet Minister. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us in this broadcast. Your first reaction, because what we have in fact seen is that the BJP has claimed time and again that they are looking at clean politics, that they do not want to project somebody on a seat who has any kind of criminal past. But in this case, somebody who has a checkered past like Babush Monserrate has been given a ticket once again, and Utpal Parrikar, on the other hand, has been completely sidelined.
Yeah, I think it is a shocking news and a sad news that Utpal Parrikar has been denied ticket. BJP always says that it is a party with difference. The difference can be seen that a drug lord having many charges against him, Babush Monserrate, has been given ticket on a seat which was known by the name of Manohar Parrikar, who was the man behind BJP. And BJP, whatever BJP is today in Goa is thanks to Manohar Parrikar. I think Sir Utpal Parrikar should have got it. But anyway, it is decision of the BJP. I have nothing to do with it. It's for them to decide. But it's a sad thing.
It is a sad, that's your opinion, sir. Of course, it is a sad thing. But what we can, in fact, look at is, sir, what would you have to say about the fact, if we just keep Utpal Parrikar aside for 1 minute, what would you have to say about the fact that what we have, in fact,
I told you, the BJP always claims that it is a party with difference. It is disciplined. It never allows tainted people to come in the party. And look at Goa, to whom they are giving tickets. All drug lords, or drug mafias, all CRZ mafias are their candidates. It speaks for itself.
That's right. In fact, considering the fact, sir, that this time around Goa election battle is extremely charged, we've seen there are new parties in the fray. It's not just the ones we have seen in the past as well. We've seen alliances being stitched up as well. Just ahead of the elections, TMC and Aam Aadmi Party making pitches this time around as well. Do you think that this is also being done because BJP might feel that this is a safe pair of hands in the seat that they have already had this person winning?
Well, BJP has been playing this game throughout the country. And now it is an open secret that people contest to help BJP. And that is very sad. Thank you. I'm busy in inauguration.
Right, Mr. Jitendra Awhad, thank you so much for joining us with your opinion here on this big development that we are following, where Babush Monserrate has in fact been given a seat, has in fact been made the candidate once again from the Panjim seat in Goa, and Utpal Parrikar, as we know, has in fact already expressed his displeasure about the fact that he was not being considered. And we just saw a comment coming in a short while back from Devendra Fadnavis, who said that they are still in discussion with Utpal Parrikar. In fact, if I can just read out what Devendra Fadnavis had to say, he said that the sitting MLA has been given a ticket from Panjim. Utpal Parrikar, the former Goa Chief Minister's son, and his family are our family. We gave 2 more options to him, but he rejected the first one. Second option still being discussed. We feel that he should agree. Those were the words of Devendra Fadnavis. I'm joined by my colleague Ketan Vaidya for more on this. Ketan, once again, we can in fact see that Utpal Parrikar's name, of course, has kicked up a storm for quite some time. But what we are focusing on this bulletin right now is that when on one hand we've seen the BJP, led by its topmost leaders, actually claiming that they are going to look at clean politics, they are going to look at candidates who have no tainted past and have in fact got the most top-notch credentials. They have in fact given the ticket once again to Babush Monserrate, as we said, that even Jitendra Awhad there expressing his views that there are a lot of questions being raised. He has been involved in several cases, and at the same time Utpal Parrikar has been sidelined.
Yes, clearly. So there is never a dull day in Goa, and especially with the political climate heating up there. Clearly, it's going to be a field day for the opposition today, because Utpal Parrikar had not minced his words. He had clearly expressed sadness about the fact that the constituency, Panaji constituency, from where his father used to contest, is given to someone with alleged criminal antecedents related to drug crime, rape, and such serious allegations. And just going through the BJP list, one can say that I think real politics has taken precedence over everything else, because Babush Monserrate was the guy who defected from Congress and got many MLAs to the BJP's fold. So he has been sufficiently rewarded, and winnability is the only criteria over whether the candidate is clean or without any criminal antecedents. So it clearly comes across as that. And if you look at the structure of the caste structure or the caste representation that the BJP has, then you can see a lot of candidates from the Bhandari community. You have Datta Borkar from Nuve, then you have Damodar Naik, and then you have a lot of Catholic candidates. So religious representation, caste representation, and the BJP representative in the press conference along with Devendra Fadnavis said that we are giving two tribals or people from ST community tickets in general seats. So after Kejriwal announcing a Bhandari candidate as their CM candidate, Bhandaris, mind you, are 30% of Goa's population. And clearly, Tanima, real politics over everything else.
Right, Ketan, for the benefit of our viewers who, are just tuning in, could you take us through the antecedents of Babush Monserrate? I mean, and also tell us, why is it such a worrying choice?
Well, Babush Monserrate has had a very colorful past when it comes to various. He has been alleged of a lot of drug crimes. There has been serious allegations of rape against him. And he's someone known with criminal antecedents, and yet his winnability is seen as the only criteria. He's given a ticket from Panjim. As you remember, that he had defected from the Congress, and he had also ensured that other MLAs defected. In 2017, when the poll results were announced, 17 seats Congress had won, out of which 15 MLAs till 2019 defected from the party, and Congress was left with only 2 MLAs. So Babush Monserrate and such elements and their money power, muscle power had a big role to play in getting all these MLAs to BJP's flock. So now what the opposition will say is BJP, which calls itself a party with a difference, which prides on Chal, Chalan and Charitra, has fallen prey to political consideration in its list, and that is quite evident from the name of Babush Monserrate, or inclusion of his name right from the capital in Goa.
Right, Ketan, thank you so much for bringing us that perspective, and also with that breaking update coming in from Goa that we have been following very closely. Now that tainted candidate Babush Monserrate has once again been given a ticket from Panaji to contest.